Hello, Bigfoot Tony here. So here we have the Memorial Day footage. This is, I received this from a video on YouTube called Legend Meets Science. I'll leave a link below. So this is the actual footage where they spot the alleged Sasquatch running across the meadow, across the field, and there she is. Let's just delete that and I'll play the I'll loop this section, just this small section here of the first part where the creature is running. As far as I know, this is the original speed. People were saying it's wow, no human can run that fast. But in the actual documentary, they did a comparison with I think it was like an Olympic or professional sprinter. And I think, if I remember, the sprinter actually ran twice as fast as this particular individual. But you know, that is a professional runner, so and there are reasons why I believe this particular Sasquatch is not running particularly fast, and I will go into that. So I will just play now this section here, which I've stabilized and zoomed in. Yeah, let's just play this. Now, I don't know about you, but usually when a human runs, or any bipedal creature, the arms, you would normally see the arms moving back and forth to give that sort of momentum and propelled motion that they need. But in this case, there's no arms that we can see, at least. But I believe the reason for that is because he or she is holding on to something which is on the back, which I believe, yes, you've guessed it, it's a young one or a baby. Now, in this situation, it does look like simply a backpack, but when we look at the end of the footage, later on in a few minutes, we will see that it's actually, you can actually see the individual, the infant, or yeah, I would say infant, pulling itself up onto the shoulders of the adult. So a backpack cannot do that, as far as I know. So as you can see, as we look at the back of the creature, we see kind of movement up and down, especially here. Watch when it makes this jump, you'll see something fall down. Maybe it's easier in the color vision. There. Just scroll forward. So if we have a look here, it kind of wobbles left to right and up and down, all over the place, side to side. Just here on the back. Well, here I believe it's a conical head on the actual back of the main one here. And let's get on to this question, is why? So why no arm swing on the run? Well, I've already covered that point. Why is there a protrusion on the back? And number 3, why does the left leg disappear? So this also adds to the point which I was trying to make here. Now, I don't believe there is actually just one on the back here, but there is also one here, which would... I know it sounds absolutely ridiculous that there's an infant clinging onto the leg, but this really shows you the strength of these creatures. They can run at this speed whilst carrying an infant on the back and an infant on the leg at the same time. Because here's the left leg, which is now, it seems to be disappearing, and when I scroll forward you'll see the right leg, which is not disappearing. So to me that means that for some reason the left leg is a lighter color, similar color to the background. But why? Because whatever is clinging to the leg is not the same color as the adult. And there we can just see, if we scroll forward, you can see something is attached to the leg. And I've made some still shots which I'll show you at the end. I'll actually edit them and go through them. Let's just listen to this a second.
However, they were unable to explain the apparent protrusion that appears on the creature as it moves into the woods.
We are still puzzled by the fact that at the end of the tape, the creature appears to grow taller by 8 inches. If this is a real animal, one explanation is that it may be carrying a young animal that has climbed higher on its back. Further analysis will be necessary.
Cue further analysis. Here we go. We have a profile shot of the Sasquatch just before it reaches the tree line. I've managed to somehow receive some digital sort of data from this footage. Don't ask me how, but yeah, it's here. So why not use it? So we have, I believe, is an infant climbing on the back, maybe which was once on the actual back, and now it's moving up onto the shoulder and over the head. There. Now when I first saw this, I just had goosebumps. Because this really adds to the credibility of this being an actual Sasquatch. Knowing that no human, I don't believe, could run and jump like that, carrying an infant, which clearly this is an infant. Just play that. So what's actually happening is there appears to be a dip in the ground, and the adult is going down, and whatever is on the back, the infant is moving up. There. And you can even see some facial features there of the actual infant. Oh, well, I can see it on my PC, but I don't know whether you can see it. Probably won't be able to see it on the YouTube video. And finally we have the end walk into the tree line, color and black and white. So I will play, firstly I will play both the color and the black and white on loop, so they will replay continuously. Just for maybe twice over. Notice the way the creature walks, almost like it's kind of like a swagger, like an attitude, kind of that kind of motion, with its arms raising up and down. Just thought that was interesting. Just see the arms raised there. popping out of the over the top of the ridge. But now I will do some stills, which I have screen grabbed off my own software program. Taken them in, brought them into Photoshop. So this is the one on the rear. Just there. Yeah, it's very blurry and I cannot say for sure. I'm not gonna say 100% that this is the actual infant on the back, but I'm gonna say I believe it is. But that is just my opinion. And this, I believe, is probably the one on the leg, but now we're going to take a closer look at that one. If this is the one, if I remember. Oh yeah, okay. So here we are, the next frame. It's like 1 or 2 frames after the last. Just stick stroke on there, a border. Sometimes when you zoom in too much, it just gets completely wild and you just cannot see anything, you know. So I'll try to refrain from zooming in too much. Maybe try a bit of sharpness. Not too much though. So yeah, this I believe is the other infant on the left leg, which is why the left leg seemed to be disappearing, as I mentioned earlier. And here we have the profile. Up with the shadows. Oops, too much. Oh, that's probably... black and white. So here we have the infant on the shoulders of the adult or juvenile. And here we have brown color which appeared in 1 or 2 of the frames, so that's interesting on the actual infant there. So what I'm going to do is take away the blue cyan and we can see what appears to be a brown shade there. So that's interesting. Alright, okay, thanks for watching.